Yo, 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 it's your boy One Deep 215 back with another video. Modern women plans will fail them eventually because they have a plan. Most of these modern women that walk amongst us today that we see and a lot of men complain about, including yours truly. I admit I'm one of those that complain. Whether I care or not, I complain because I like to bring awareness to my fellow man. So I'm one of those complainers. Sure, I'll be in that group. But the modern women that walk amongst us today, that most of society is just over with and fatigued with, they have a plan. Don't get it messed up, y'all. They have a plan. But that plan is going to fail. Because the generation before them had the same plan, and it worked for a lot of them, believe it or not. It worked for a lot of the generation before our generation. So they looking at it like, okay, I could just do what the women did 10, 15 years older than me and be okay. It won't be so bad. And the reason why I say that plan is going to fail because men are so fed up and so over it that it's not going to have the same outcome that it had for those before. And that plan is a lot of these women plan on being obnoxious, party girls. My stuff don't stink. Men ain't shit. Men ain't this, men ain't that. I'm independent. I'm a queen. I'm a boss babe. And what they do is, well, what they think they're going to do is keep living in that same mind frame. Just, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And what's going to eventually happen, which is inevitable, because Father Time is undefeated, age and looks will catch up with them. Now, age and looks has catched up with most of them already, because a lot of these women that's talking that my stuff don't stink is already behind the ringer. We seen them. And I'm not casting no shadows. Some people like that look. Y'all know I preach beauty is within the eye of the beholder, but subjectively, a lot of them is already past their prime. The ones that's talking this mess. But let's just say, for sake of argument, most of them are in their prime. Most of them still got their looks. They got their body is intact. Their coochie might be worn out, but their body is still somewhat intact. And they still got somewhat of their looks. They can use some filters here and there, some globs of makeup. So they still, in their eyes, and for the most part, is, let's just say objectively, attractive. Well, those things fade. And what happens is they think, okay, once I get 45, early 40s, late 30s for some of them, a lot of them go over the hill once they hit 30. Then I can fall back and go with the safe route. Now, all of a sudden, my shit do stink a little bit. I do need a man. Men is worth something. It ain't no hot girl summer no more. It's over. I'm not going through a whole phase. I got it out of my system. Now I want that safe guy. And it ain't about monetary no more. All of a sudden, money means nothing. It's about what's in the heart. It's about what the man's spirit is. It's about how well the man is with his family. How his morals line up. Is he educated? Is he considerate? All those things become in the forefront after they already did all the strange things that they done in their 20s, their teens, their 20s, and their 30s for a lot of them. And that's the plan that they have set in place because, believe it or not, a lot of women that came before them did that same thing. We see it all the time. You'll see an older woman, not even that older, because they not that much older than me, but you know what I mean. Women in their late 40s, early 50s, and they're settling. Not to cast no shadows, but a lot of these women in those age ranges, 45 and up, are settling with the safe guy. Money means nothing. Now, money, I ain't gonna say money never means nothing, but it ain't the number one. It ain't the end all be all. Because see, for real, if I dive deep into this, and I'm going to get deep here, a lot of women missed out on the man that they were supposed to be with from the jump. Whether it was the guy at her job, whether it was her baby father, whether it was that guy that she ran into at the gas station, that she just ghosted or didn't want to give her number up, whether it was that guy that was blowing her up and texting her days and weeks on end, that she only used for conversation or what have you. Y'all heard the stories. A lot of these women that's, I'm going to say 30 and up, at least, maybe even younger, they already missed out on the real guy that they were supposed to be with. Whether that guy was perfect or not, because we all got flaws. But a lot of women, Dean might say some of us men, you know, it worked both ways, but the women is the one who carry this torch. And they walking around like they this and that, and they think they going to be young forever. They think they going to be fertile forever. They think them jowls ain't going to sag and that crow's feet ain't going to hit. Oh, I could just cover it. Sometimes, after a while, you can't cover everything up with makeup. After a while, makeup make you look worse as you age. So, if we being real. So that's a lot of these modern women playing. They want to have all these crazy expectations for dates. Money, status, clout. All these things is important to them right now because they think they in their prime of their life. And some of them, if I admit, are. But that's why it's called the prime of your life, because it's not forever. It's usually a 4 to 6 year span where, for whatever reason, you're at the best of your life. It might not be financially. It might not be education-wise. But on the aesthetic, everybody has a prime. And a lot of these women are past their prime, and they still on a high horse, which is laughable to a lot of us men. You be wanting to turn the mirror around on them and really have them see who they are. But like I said, in their mind, a lot of these women, I know it don't sound crazy. It probably sound logical, but it probably sound a little far-fetched. But believe it or not, these women got a game plan where they could do what they want for these next whatever years. And then when the options start dwindling down, even though they don't really have options, the options that they have is guys that want to knock them off. But the options that they think they got start dwindling. And now they 38, 39, 40, 41 years old. And now it's about what's in the heart. Oh, you work at that warehouse? Okay, there's no problem. Oh, you work for, at least you got a job. Oh, you only make $20 an hour. That's not, at least you working. That's when those things start coming into play, because the women before them a lot of them did that, and a lot of them was successful with that. Because this mentality, this boss babe and independent crap, this mentality ain't just start now with modern women. It been happening. It's just that it's more in our face because of social media. It was happening. It wasn't on this level though. They took it and ran with it and blew it up into something that was so enormous that is in everybody's face. Even the men that's not looking for women, we see it. So it's to the point where it's like, how obnoxious could this be? But that's the plan, is to be a piece of garbage, because, and I don't mean to sound mean, but that's what a lot of them act like that. A lot of them act like pure trash. It's to be a piece of garbage and be obnoxious, entitled, and belligerent. And once the sun starts setting on the aesthetic, now it's time to find. Now I want that real man. Now, I'm not saying they just gonna take anything. They want somebody. They still want somebody that's somewhat attractive. But I'm talking about the status. He don't have to be a 6-figure guy now. All of a sudden, he don't have to have 1 million followers on social media. All of a sudden, he don't have to rub elbows with this celebrity, that celebrity, local celebrity, and be that bull. He could just be an everyday Joe that likes me and at least can provide for himself. It ain't no more provide. You gotta provide for me too. It's as long as, oh, you can take care of yourself. Okay, I give you a shot. But 10 years ago, that woman wouldn't look at you twice. She might not even look at you once because you ain't talking that talk. But the reason why that plan is going to fail is because men, by that time, men is already over it. So imagine 4 or 5 years from now. Because a lot of them is doing it now. They already hit their prime. But let's just say, for sake of argument, 4 or 5 years, really going to see it. You really going to see the switch. Like, damn, all these women, it'll still be the younger women that these women are raising the wrong way. So it's still going to be them young women that's going to still carry that torch. It'll never go away. At this point, it's already there. But that generation before them and the generation before that, they're going to be the ones that's trying to turn the leaf. But men going to be so over it and so fed up. Man, they be lucky if you look at them twice. Because that's what it is. I see it. And like I said, I've seen it with the generation before them. And it worked. I ain't gonna lie, it did work for a lot of women. A lot of women was doing all types of stuff in their 20s and 30s. By the time they started approaching 40, they made the switch. And they actually found somebody. And who knows? Do people change? Yes. I'm not saying for every woman, because we all make mistakes, especially when we're younger. Us men too. I don't think it's quite on this level, because such a collective group is almost like a cult mentality where it's all for one for all. They all act like this. There's only a few unicorns out there that don't even pay that stuff no mind in real life. Because what happens is a lot of these women act like they not with that, but they with it. They might not be on that level of these obnoxious women that's in the forefront holding the torch, but they with that whole feminist movement. And I get it. Women have to back up women. It's a gender thing. Just like men back up men all the time. But when something is wrong and clear-cut immoral in a crazy way of thinking, in a crazy way about living life, it's like, how much can you back up that? How much can you just say, well, it's my gender? No. You're either for it or against it, whether you're a man or a woman. So it's like, it's such a precedent. Is a majority. By that time, a lot of men they not going for it now. So how fed up you think men gonna be in the next few years? They think that they're going to go from one end of the spectrum to the other just because they looks faded or they gained a little weight, which is crazy because a man like me, not speaking for, my gender, but I'm a man that likes a woman with a little weight on her. So it ain't always about your body type or you know what I'm saying? but they so mentally imbalanced that everything is looks with them. Everything. And if they only realize that a lot of these men ain't worried. There is a group of men that talk that talk. And I believe they not even with it, but they talk that talk, so I get why some women think looks and all this stuff is everything, and materialistic stuff and superficial concepts, because there is men out there that push that, but it's BS. We all know that. The real men know that ain't about that. Life is too short to be, we all want to be here and have a good time while we're here, but most of that stuff is frivolous BS that don't mean anything. But at the end of the day, I got to put it out there to y'all, the ones that don't know. And I believe most of y'all know, because if I'm seeing it, y'all damn sure seeing it. Because I ain't out here even looking for anything. And I notice it. They going to do them right now. And then everything is they're going to pull it flippity flop. And now all of a sudden, as long as you got a job, you in there. Or as long as you got a good heart, or you moral. But what happened to the moral compass 5 years ago? When you was showing the whole world your whole body, not acknowledging a man's importance, talking about hot girl summer, talking about your stuff don't stink, talking about how entitled you are and what you need, and no consideration, no self-respect. No self-respect a lot of these women is walking around with. They don't have it. But it's going to be too late. I see a lot of women growing old with cats. I just do. I see it. Because nothing lasts forever. And we'll see. Tell me what y'all think about this topic. Is I'm on to something with the whole modern women plan and they're failing? Hit me in the comments. Let me know what's going on. If you like this video, hit it with a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. And if you just stumbled across this video, hit that notifier bell so you can see when my next videos come out. Until then, I see y'all in the next one. Peace.